Hi, my name is Ishita Datta. I'm currently a legal intern at Lexis and Company, and today I will be talking about the topic of the procedure of mutual consent divorce in India. While the concept of divorce was met with criticism in the past, the times are changing in India. Women no longer feel the need to stay in unhappy marriages just for the sake of society. Therefore, we see more and more couples agreeing to split up into amicable terms, which was something we had never even heard of in the past. But many women around the country are still unsure about how a divorce actually works in India. So in this video, I will be covering many aspects like which is important to know about mutual consent divorce. The first topic I would be covering is what is the definition of mutual consent divorce. Second would be conditions to file for a mutual consent divorce. Third would be what are the different laws to regarding divorce in India. Fourth would be things to consider for a mutual consent divorce. And the fifth is what is the mutual divorce procedure. So let us start with the definition. What is mutual consent divorce? So as the name suggests, a mutual consent divorce is when both the husband and the wife want to terminate the marriage. It is a decision taken by mutual consent, and hence the process is a lot smoother than divorce by other means. As per the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, spouses have the right to file for the dissolution of their marriages. And furthermore, the act also allows both parties to file for a mutual divorce consent together. What are the conditions to file for a mutual divorce? The conditions would be, as per section 13B of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, the following conditions must be met to file for a divorce. First would be that both spouses must live separately for at least 1 year. Second condition would be both spouses feel that they cannot live together. Third condition would be both the husband and the wife mutually agree that their marriage has been collapsed. Fourth condition would be both parties agree to comply and file jointly for a mutual divorce without any undue influence, bribe, or next topic I will be covering are the things to consider for a mutual divorce. One is need for alimony and the amount of alimony to be paid. Second is child custody matters. Third is maintenance of shared properties. Fourth is splitting of properties and assets the couple own. So what are the different procedures and different laws regarding divorce in India? For the Hindus, Jains, Buddhists and Sikhs, it is the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955. For the Christians, it is the Indian Christian Marriage Act of 1872 or the Indian Divorce Act of 1869. For the Muslims, it is the Personal Laws of Divorce and Dissolution of Marriage Act 1939 or the Muslim Women Act of 1986. For the Parsis, it is the Marriage Divorce Act of 1936. And for interreligion or intercaste marriages, it is the Special Marriage Act 1954. So what is the procedure for mutual divorce in India? So step 1 would be filing a divorce petition. A mutual divorce procedure begins with the filing of a divorce petition, which may be filed at any of the following places. First, the court where the couple last lived. Second would be the court where the couple's marriage was solemnized. Third would be the court in which the area the wife currently resides in. The divorce petition must be filed jointly by the concerned parties, and the notice is served to the family court by both the parties. The grounds for divorce is that the spouses feel that they cannot live with each other anymore, and hence they have agreed to mutually dissolve their marriage. Another common ground for mutual consent divorce is that due to unavoidable differences, the couple has been living separately for over a year. The joint petition must be signed by both the parties involved. Step 2 would be the court hearing and inspection. After both the parties will have to appear in the family court with their respective lawyers. The court will go over the petition and all the supporting documents presented as proof before the court. It can also try to bring reconciliation on, and if this is not possible, the mutual divorce procedure continues. Step 3 would be the statement records. So after scrutinizing the petition, if the court passes an order to record the parties' statements on oath, fourth step would be the first motion. So after recording their statements, the court passes the first motion. Following this, the couple has to wait for 6 months before they file the second motion. However, the second motion must be submitted at least before 18 months after passing the first motion. Step 5 would be the second motion and the final hearing. So, once they decide to file the second motion, they can go ahead with the final hearing before the court. And the final hearing includes both parties stating that their case and the court recording their statements on oath in the family court. And also recently the Supreme Court finds that 6 months interim period can avoid if the court wishes to be. Court do so feel if they feel both the parties are sure about the divorce, and also if there are no issues related to alimony, child custody or property. Step 6, Divorce Decree. So, once the couple state that they do not have any differences in matters concerning alimony, child custody, or sharing of property, the mutual divorce procedure reaches the final stage. Therefore, the couple must reach an agreement for the court to take a final decision. With the court's satisfaction, it passes a decree of divorce which declares that the marriage is dissolved, and this makes the divorce final. Thank you so much.